Hi everybody and welcome back to my backyard once again. Today we're gonna finally review the DeepSpace FPV ROC7, a 7-inch long-range FPV drone. Secured with a battery strap and nicely displayed. We got instructions, 2 sets of Gemfan 75-35, so 7.5 inches. The gear for mounting different kind of cameras and receivers, and also the pigtail antenna extensions, GoPro mount screw and an extra battery strap. And boom, the drone feels super nicely built. It has an aluminum front canopy with the holes to put whatever kind of camera you want. The drone has these MJF printed side panels. They are the GPS, GoPro holder, bottom lip, back antenna mount and landing feet are printed in TPU. The drone is a dead cat configuration, so you don't see the propellers in the camera view. You have these very long back arms, but still they don't flex at all. Very nice carbon. You got 6mm arms, 2mm top plate and 3mm bottom plates. And once you put the 4 Pro in, the weight is gonna be only 672 grams, which is like 130 grams lighter than the Gepard C Mod 7. So I'm very curious to see how it flies, because I always love when they focus on weight. It comes with a front-mounted M10 GPS with no magnetometer attached, but the position is very nice because it's far from the antennas and you get way less interferences. It has a super long silicone battery pad and the XT60 is nicely placed flush at the back. The motors look amazing. Look at those coils inside. They are DeepSpace Redline 2807 1350 kV. And the dual board stack has a F7 flight controller and a 60 amps BLL 32 ESCs. It comes with a buzzer down here and they have routed the USB-C all the way at the back. And boom, I finally built it. The O4 is inside and it looks very nice. Look at this cutout, it's just perfect. You have plenty of reach. This is the minimum camera angle, which is like 3-5 degrees, and it swivels all the way up to 45 probably. I'm gonna fly this drone with 3 kind of batteries. First of all, a Hobbyking Turnigy 1600 mAh 6S Graphene. Maybe it's a little bit small, but this drone weighs just as a 5-inch with a GoPro on top, so maybe it's gonna work nice. Then I'm gonna try the CNHL 2200 mAh 6S, which maybe is the right size if you wanna freestyle with a 7.5 inches. And lastly, I'm gonna fly with this 3300 mAh 6S LiPo to test the flight time. I'm gonna fly very slow because they say it's gonna fly 14-15 minutes with one of these, so I'm curious. Sadly, I don't have 8000 mAh lithium-ion packs to test the 28 minutes of flight time this drone can do with one of those. Okay, so it has been sitting there for 10 seconds after turning it on, cold start, first arm, and it has already 14 satellites, so this GPS is really something. Okay, this is my first flight, my first time arming it. It sounds menacing. Okay, let's do the usual tests. Wow. And so far, it's great for a 7.5 inches. Because historically I have seen 6 and 7 inches not being tuned as good as 5-inch, and this is a dead cat. Oh wow. Okay, so it's not a 5-inch, don't expect it, but it's not flying bad at all. It pushes like crazy. We have the little 1600 milliamps on it, and I am not seeing the battery struggling too much. So these motors seems to be very efficient. Now I don't want to crash it. Wow, they did an incredible job on the tuning. Okay, if you give me this drone, I can tell you it's not a 5-inch. You see, when you do this kind of turns, the propellers kind of push a little bit more to maintain control, and they push air so the drone moves. It's not like a 5-inch where it stands still and it doesn't move. This one, you see, you can hear the motor spinning. I mean, probably people getting a 7-inch are not going to freestyle it, and it's something I am noticing if you do this kind of maneuvers. But other than that, it's tuned perfectly. It doesn't always do it. For example, for power loops, it does not. It's just, did you hear it? Now it was a perfect example of what I was gonna. Yeah, if you barrel, no, only if you, spiral, it does that. Okay, but it's no problem at all. Just know it will do that. It's kind of predictable. But I guess you can see it flies pretty nicely. It's similar to what a 6-inch feels like. It's really remarkable. And even the efficiency, I am... it's flying for 3 minutes 09. I have been doing this mixed acro and jumpy flying, so it's not an efficient way of flying, and it's doing pretty well. Now let me test real quick the return to home, because I've seen they set it up. Let's see if it jerks it up or not. No, it seems to be perfect, so they set it up correctly. Because I remember other drones, now I don't remember which ones, but they were jumping up and down when coming back. This one seems pretty spot on. Good job. I like when they put attention to detail. I mean, not even a detail, this is a feature. If you don't set it up correctly, it jerks it up. So, okay, 3 volts, 47. Let's not destroy this battery. And I am very impressed. 4 minutes of flight time. Let's fly with the 2200 milliamps. The satellite acquisition is incredibly fast. Like, you plug in the battery and you hear the beeper locking the satellites immediately. So, how does it fly with a bigger battery? Oh, wow. Okay, it feels heavier for sure. I'm testing for the same. Okay, it does it, but since the battery is bigger, it has less effect. It doesn't move the drone as much as before because you have more inertia. I, of course, believe they tuned this drone with a much bigger battery than a 1600, and that's why I was seeing that effect. But again, it's an effect. It's not something like that's gonna make you lose control. Just know that if you use a light battery, you see, it's gonna push slightly inwards when you orbit. Just keep that in mind, but let me try orbiting these trees. You see? No problem. Like, I don't even think I am adjusting a lot. Yeah. If you want to orbit something, it's perfect. And we are cruising at like 70 kilometers per hour. 80 even. They say the max speed is gonna be 140, 150. Yeah, with a fresh battery, probably. I don't know, with this battery on the Mod 7 from Gepard C, I was doing like 5 minutes and 20. Maybe I flew a little bit more conservative. But okay, it seems like yes. 5 minutes. No, don't go away. I was ready to commit a felony. Let's now fly towards the mountain behind my house. I have the 3300 milliamps ready. Okay, now I'm going to fly very slowly. I'm gonna speed it up. So I'm gonna just go straight, fly for a few minutes and come back. Enjoy. Okay, we are 3 kilometers out. I see 3.6 volts. Maybe it's better I start coming back because it's the first time I use this battery. I'm not entirely confident with it yet, and I hope I can make it back. Wow, look at this castle we have here. I believe it's called Castel Paterno. It's the ruin of a castle that used to be around here. If you go slow, it's quite low pitch and silent. It kind of sounds like a Mavic, the big ones. Okay, so we flew for 11 minutes, I came down at 3.3 and we consumed 2850 milliamps. Maybe the reader on the drone is kind of wrong, but also maybe my battery has 1 year, so it's not tip-top shape. I totally believe if you go a little bit slower, you can do 14 minutes with one of these batteries fresh. And it's time for my final opinion on this ROC7 from DeepSpace. I feel like they did a great job on this drone. It looks amazing and it also flies great. The tune is really stable. It feels quite agile as well and you can control it in tight corners. It feels kind of a smaller drone, something between a 5 and a 6 inch. It's not as agile as a 5, but it doesn't feel like a 7.5 too much. The only thing is it has a ton of control, and when you do some kind of maneuvers, you can feel the propellers spooling up to maintain that control, and sometimes it can push the drone in the air. So maybe you're orbiting and you feel the drone kind of going forward a little bit, so you have to adjust for that. Once you fly a few times, you're gonna feel what it does and you're gonna be able to counteract it. And of course, it's not born to be freestyled too hard. For normal stuff, mountain dives and things like that, it's gonna be perfect. Efficiency-wise, it's fine, but I was expecting maybe something more, because it did the same as the Mod 7, which is 150 grams more, it has bigger motors and higher KV. So all the math says that this drone should be more efficient, but they did the same. Maybe it's the propellers. This one has gem fans, this has HQ. Maybe I flew different, maybe it was colder, I don't know, but they do kind of the same. Maybe it could also be the P tuning, because the Mod 7 feels slightly looser than the super locked in ROC7. And it has higher values, higher P, higher D, and probably consumes a little bit more amps, trying to stay rock stable. So I'm gonna try and investigate, because my heart and the physics tell me that this drone should be a little bit more efficient than this one. I'm gonna try swapping propellers, I'm gonna try a different tune, probably it's gonna fly for longer. So if you're looking for a drone that can do long range, but also you wanna have some fun, close range, I feel like this drone is a solid option and I can totally recommend it. As always, remember to like, subscribe and comment on this video. Let me know what you think about this drone and why it's not more efficient than the Mod 7. If you wanna buy something, check out the links in the description below, because clicking on them you help my channel a lot, and many times you also find discounts. Stay safe and happy flying. Bye!